good.
Our brains combined.
I know, it's like, I wonder how there's activate. Would you ring the bell in the foyer and then I'll be in here? Right now, yeah, I stopped being in here all the time. If you have a slip of paper, keep it with you. Yeah. Thank you. Welcome, welcome. Buenos dias, hola, and blessings. Blessings in here and out there, because at last we are again able to live stream. So hello to everyone who may be joining us from home this morning. So I often forget to say this, but I'm Reverend Audette. I am the lead minister here at UU Asheville. In case you're a visitor or a guest or a newcomer, maybe you'd like to know who the heck I am. And I am deeply, deeply grateful we can gather today. We're refreshing our eyes on one another's faces. We have love to share this morning, but before we begin, I want to share a brief acknowledgement from last week from Reverend Claudia and myself. So just a note, we are a teaching congregation, and we're very fortunate to have two interns, one of whom led worship last week from a place of great vulnerability. And we have heard feedback from members of the community, and we just want to say and name and hold that all of that feedback contributes to learning and growth, so we just appreciate it when you share your thoughts with us, and you're helping our interns become more gifted ministers. So we just want you to know that we've heard you with that feedback. And it's our opportunity to build great ministry, right? We're building a faith for the future. And on that note, we have a list of people to shout out today. Simon, who is making our tech work under both the best of circumstances and the worst of circumstances. Our worship associate, Jill, who is also helping their students navigate the post-storm world at Warren Wilson. Jill. Our guest musician this morning, Saro Lynch-Thomason, is back with us. We are very blessed. Both our intern Matt Ferris and Susan Foster are helping with our opening this morning, but also just so that you become more aware, they are leaders with our local UU Asheville Cups chapter. So if you're interested in that, you can ask them about that. And not least of all, we have Jenna Jaffe, who is today helping open what I hope will be a new door on liturgical dance at UU Asheville. So all of this on top of our ushers and our greeters, our terrific connections coordinator, Trevor Johnson. Trevor, are you nearby? Shout out to Trevor. Most of you know him because he's our connections coordinator. And of course, everyone, all of our wonderful collaborators who are helping us build a faith for the future with our littles. And speaking of that, speaking of our littles and not littles, today is an all ages service, and that means we take a very special opportunity to worship together as one community. Now, kiddos, I want to let you know something, because sometimes in an all ages service, older people may crinkle the wrapping paper on their toffee candies or wiggle their legs a little bit when their feet fall asleep. But we don't mind, do we, right? Like, we don't mind when they do that stuff. Of course, kids are very patient with sounds and movements of their elders, and that's how we make a place for everyone in this circle of love. And if we get sometimes to hear a baby make a noise of some kind, how do we feel about that? Woo! Heaven, heaven, heaven. To hear the future right here in this room, it's a lot of patience, a lot of joy, and a lot of how we build together. So with that, I want to invite you now, take a deep breath, leave the world a little behind, arrive with these people in this place right now as we are blessed with a gift of music.
So we're gonna learn a little song together. Your words are up on the screen. This comes to us from the song leader Alexa Sunshine Rose. So we'll do just some call and response here. Listen. Come thou child, lay it down. Let's do that. Come thou child, lay it down. Beautiful. Here's the next part. Just breathe, just be, just breathe, just be. Then we have, come be cradled in the arms of love. Come be cradled in the arms of love. Just breathe, just be. Just breathe, just be. Yeah. So we're going to do that several times through together. I think you get what the song's about. A lot of sense of safety and being held in this time. That's every day's different, right? Every day's challenging. This is a good place to hold ourselves in. Here we go. Come thou child, lay it down. Just breathe, just be. Come be cradled in the arms of love. Just breathe, just be. Come thou child, lay it down. Just breathe, just be. Come be cradled in the arms of love. Just breathe, just be. One more time. Come thou child, lay it down. Just breathe, just be. Come be cradled in the arms of love. Just breathe, just be. Thank you.
Good morning. This morning's chalice lighting words was inspired by Rachel Mott. As we gather, let us know this. There is, in this place, the possibility of healing, of repair, of making things right, within ourselves, between us, and with the wider world. There is, in this place, possibility. Welcome home.
So before we begin, I want to invite you for this next thing. We're going to call the quarters, which we have sometimes done before. And what I want to invite you to do is a couple of things. First, when we do this, I invite you to rise to the peak of your physical and spiritual stature as you're willing and able to do so. And we're going to face the direction that we're calling, beginning with the east, which is that wall right there in front of the pulpit. But also, as you imagine what's happening, I'd like to invite you to envision a beautiful circle of light and love surrounding this entire congregational space, right? Make it large enough so that it can include everyone, including people who might walk by outside, but I just want to envision that we're creating that circle of love and care together. And so now, if you'll rise as you're willing and able to do so.
All right. And we are going to begin facing the east. Greetings, great spirit of the east, power of the spirit of the air, and blessings of the morning's dawn. You, who are the source of all birthing, be present with us and among us. Help us welcome a new day. Help us to help each other rise into a new life. Be a source of our strength. Bless the air around us as we recover from the great storm. Teach us how to protect the air and all beloved beings breathe, and how to allow the breath to recall us to our bodies and our best selves. O power of air, be with us. Do not let us go.
And now we turn sunwise to the south. Greetings, great spirit of the south, power of the spirit of fire, and blessing of the bright noonday sun. You, who are the source of all creativity, be present with us and among us. Help us welcome a new way of living. Help us to find now our deepest genius and wildest creativity. Be a source of our strength. Bless the fire within us as we recover from the great storm. Teach us how to use the power of fire with wisdom, and how to allow the fire within to create change that supports all life and living. O power of fire, be with us. Do not let us go.
We turn to the west. Greetings, spirit, great spirit of the west, power of the spirit of water, and blessings of the falling darkness of the setting sun. You who are the source of all mystery, be present with us and among us. Help us find the peace of darkness and be inspired by the transformative power of water, which may come with the wild, untamed power of the sea, or be found in a gentle persistence that can wear away stone and mountain alike. Be a source of our strength. Help us know the blessings of water as we recover from the great storm, the beauty and nourishments of clear, flowing water. Keep us ever mindful of the fact that we too are made of holy water. O power of water, be gentle with us. Do not let us go.
And now we face the north. Greetings, great spirit of the north, power of the spirit of the earth, grandparent of us all. You who are the essence of home and hearth, of body and blood, the sanctuary of all living beings, be present with us and among us. Help us welcome a deeper power arising within, the strength of granite, the fertility of good, rich humus, the graceful flow of a leaf on the wind. Be the source of our strength. Bless the earth here around us as we recover from the great storm. Teach us how to rebuild with reverence for all life, including Earth's body itself. Help us build a new way. O power of earth, be with us. Do not let us go. And now, as we return, the circle is around us and encloses us, and we continue on. One note for everyone. As you, if you have a piece of paper, and I hope you do, keep it with you. It's for a different part of the service. And can you see already how beautifully we've built our altar together? This is the time in the service when we sing our hymn. We're going to sing hymn number 1073, The Earth is Our Mother. But here at the end of October, we're entering this time of change. In many indigenous and earth-based religious traditions, both ancient and modern, this is a time when the veil between the worlds grows thinnest, and we are closest to our very deep understanding that death and life are intertwined. They are never separated. It's time to slow down, to go within, to allow darkness to comfort us and to heal us, a time to gather harvests in climes like ours, a time to remember loved things and things we let go. We're a faith that explores all the world's great religious traditions, and we do that in song as well as in rituals and in words. And so today's song, The Earth is Our Mother, was written in the style and with some of the teachings of the Hupa people of Northwest California, but it also draws broadly on themes in many Native American cultures, including the Navajo. So we pause to be grateful for and to acknowledge with respect the sources of our faith and our practice. And Saro is going to lead the song, which we sing as a chant, and it'll be repeated several times.
So we'll do a little call and response on this one, and then we'll just move through it together. The earth is our mother, we must take care of her. The earth is our mother, we must take care of her. We'll do that together. 1, 2. The earth is our mother, we must take care of her. The earth is our mother, we must take care of her. And then here's our refrain. Hey, younga, ho, younga, hey, young. We'll go ahead and do that together. Hey, younga, ho, younga, hey, young. Again. Hey, younga, ho, younga, hey, young. All right, we've got it. We'll start from the beginning here. 1, 2. The earth is our mother, we must take care of her. The earth is our mother, we must take care of her. Hey, younga, ho, younga, hey, young. Hey, younga, ho, younga, hey, young. Her sacred ground we walk upon, with every step we take. Her sacred ground we walk upon, with every step we take. Hey, younga, ho, younga, hey, young. Hey, younga, ho, younga, hey, young. The earth is our mother, she will take care of us. The earth is our mother, she will take care of us. Hey, younga, ho, younga, hey, young. Hey, younga, ho, younga, hey, young. Once more. Hey, younga, ho, younga, hey, young. Hey, younga, ho, younga, hey, young.
All right, now we have time for a wisdom story. And the story today, how many of you have ever heard of something like a rain goddess or the earth is our mother, things like that? Has anyone ever heard of that? If you're not all raising your hand, I'm going to be confused. So today we have a story, and it is called Grandfather Twilight, because one thing humans love to do is to interact with our natural world by also kind of anthropomorphizing it, right? So we feel a connection. And this is just a beautiful story that I have loved for a long time, and I hope you will too. So we're going to look at these pictures. It's called Grandfather Twilight, and we can go on. So Grandfather Twilight lives in the woods in a beautiful home. And what I'm going to ask, hey, can y'all be a part today? Thanks. All right. And during the day, he loves to read. But when night is coming near, he finishes up his book, he puts a bookmarker in, and he gets prepared for the evening. He goes to a chest that he keeps in the corner of his space, and he takes one pearl from a beautiful endless strand of pearls that he has there. And then holding the pearl in the palm of his hand, he goes for a walk. And as he walks, the pearl in his hand gets bigger and bigger. And as he walks, the night grows quiet, and little birds start to put their heads under their wings, and rabbits realize, oop, it's about that time. We better finish nibbling the grass. And the streams keep flowing. And he makes his way, following the stream, down to the silence near the sea, where gently, Grandfather Twilight gives the pearl to the silence above the sea. And what does it become? The moon, right? And after he does that and gazes on the beauty of the moon, Grandfather Twilight walks home. His cat was waiting for him. His dog went with him. And he gets ready for bed, and he pats his dog, and Grandfather Twilight goes to sleep. And so maybe now, when night is falling and you find yourself, because it's happening earlier and earlier, right? You might remember Grandfather Twilight, and when you look at the moon, maybe you think about that beautiful pearl. But it's just a story. People love to create these stories about things that help us feel closer to the experiences in our life, especially nature. So thank you. Thanks for listening to that with me this morning. So now in the service today, this is something that we're going to do. We have this ritual that we want to engage in. Now, how many of you have your piece of paper? You do, hopefully. And let me tell you what's going to happen now. So what we're going to invite you to do as we listen to a little bit of quiet music, and you've placed on those pieces of paper things that you want to remember, right? Things maybe loved, maybe lost. And we're going to invite you to do two things as you gather this morning. We're going to invite you to come and place your little paper of remembrance into this beautiful vessel in the middle of the altar here. Please primarily be careful not to kick the pictures and the images as you come forward. What did I say, everybody? What are we not going to do? We're not going to kick our beloved folks' pictures. This vessel has been used in rituals for many years, and later we will burn these pieces of paper to transform them and let them be carried out into the universe. But after you do that, we want to give you a gift as well, right? Because we're living in this post-storm world, and we hunger for a faith that's going to nurture us. And so we want to invite you to put that in there, and then you can take a gift. Now, I have to stand here so you can hear me, but all around the altar there are a series of gifts. You may want a little sip of water. There's a few little sips of water here. You may want a piece of candy for sweetness. You may want a piece of apple to nourish you, or you may want to carry a stone with you from this. Maybe there's something hard and you need to hold on to something solid. So this will take a little bit of care, and we don't have to go fast. We're going to take our time with it because we want everyone to be able to come up. And again, be very careful as you make your way around the altar. We're leaving as much space as possible for other things happening. But at this time, we're going to play some gentle music, and we invite you to come forward, place your remembrance in the stone vessel, in the metal vessel, actually, and then take a gift from the altar. And so I want to take a moment to just honor everything that has been shared. We hold it, and of course, as you gaze upon the altar, you will see the beloved faces of so many people that we're holding in memory. John Seuss wrote, "To be of the earth is to know the restlessness of being a seed, the darkness of being planted, the struggle toward the light, the joy of bursting and bearing fruit, the love of being food for someone, the scattering of your seeds, the decay of the seasons, the mystery of death and the miracle of life." And so now I want to invite you to just take a deep breath. We're going to have a moment of prayer, of reflection. This is a remembrance prayer. For those we miss, for things long gone, for those who or what we last held in our arms, in our hands, and in our hearts, we pray. We pray for memories to stay strong, memories of words and warmth, of actions and stillness. We pray for love shared and lived, love to remain with us and with them, and for that to become enough. We pray for the courage to put our feet on the floor when we wake, to move through the day as if we cared. O love that holds us all, hold on to us while we hold on to what we have lost. Amen. But to seal this time together, we will receive a gift of dance. But before we do that, just in case, I'm going to ask kiddos to kind of grab the toys that are on the floor and scooch onto the mat, just for this part, okay? If you can help us with that, just scooch. We don't want Jenna accidentally falling, right? Or falling onto someone. You can spread back out right after this, I promise. Thank you so much. This is how we work together.
Take my mind and take my pain, like an empty bottle takes the rain, and here, and take my past and take my sins, like an empty sail takes the wind, and here, and tell me something's last, and tell me something's last. Take her heart
There are a few blessings, like the gifts of dance and music. We are in a season of many festivals and religious observations of the passage from light into dark. Because of my own history, I tend to think of this time as Samhain, a holiday arising from Gaelic roots, observing that time of the year when the fatted calf was slaughtered for winter food, fields were harvested, and darkness arises earlier, inviting us in, hopefully, to warm hearths. It's a time when the pathway between the world was considered thinner, so the spirits of the ancestors might return to visit homes, but also the fairies could travel between their world and ours more easily. And in order to remain on the good side of the Ishi, gifts of food and drink would be provided. And people would also celebrate by going from house to house and singing or reciting verse in exchange for food. And they did this in costumes so they could be disguised from the Ishi, the fairies. Later, the Christians would work to fold this festival and practice in with the November 1st celebration of All Saints' Day. And in time, we would have what we call our modern Halloween. In Cambodia, the 15-day celebration of Chum Bin is a time when, as in Samhain, the veil between the world and this world and the next is believed to be very thin, and the ghosts of the dead return to seek connection with the living, and sometimes to atone for sins. As in many traditions, this is celebrated by gifts of food, which are intended, though sometimes through the mediation of feeding monks, to provide for the ghosts of the departed. Now, I bet many of you have already bought the candy to hand out to trick-or-treaters. How many of you have done that? And many of us will find ourselves in costume, so we already know our own version of ancient traditions of this sort. But it is right here, right now, in this place, where our ancestors, our beloved dead, walk into our hearts and take their place at our welcome table. Remembering, which is also at the heart of this sacred time, is not an act, it is a spiritual practice. Samhain, Halloween, All Saints or All Souls, Chum Bin or Hungry Ghost Month, all of these are invitations for us to remember that we are always betwixt and between, somewhere between our birth and our death, between our joy and our sorrow, between the light and darkness. So with this knowledge, let's make peace with what is and practice remembering. Amen, Ashe, blessed be, Aho.
And now we'll sing hymn number 387, The Earth, the Air, the Fire, the Water.
So we're going to do a little call and response again on this one too. So here we go. The earth, the water, the fire, the air, return, 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 return. Let's try that. The earth, the water, the fire, the air, return, 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 return. Got it. Okay. We're just going to chant that together several times together. I know we've all been feeling the strength of so many elements this fall. And to me, this song is an invitation to feel into what it is like to be in good relationship with all of these elements and in balance with these elements, to call that intention into our lives. So here we go. We'll go through several times. The earth, the water, the fire, the air, return, 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 return. The earth, the water, the fire, the air, return, 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 return. The earth, the water, the fire, the air, return, 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 return. The earth, the water, the fire, the air, return, return. Once more. return. The earth, the water, the fire, the air, return, 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 return.
Now's the time where we'd like to welcome our visitors with us this morning. I would invite you to stand and to introduce yourself, and an usher will be around with a microphone. Tell us your name and where you're coming from today.
Good morning. My name is Dina Wake. I am a member of a congregation, a UU congregation in Toronto, Canada, and I've just moved to Asheville, and I hope to be a member here as well.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Ellie Cohen. This is my partner, Dina. I'm here because she likes to come here. And I'm from California, and we actually were supposed to arrive here Friday the 27th. And so we've been nomads for a month, and we're happy to be here now.
Welcome.
Good morning, I'm Greg, or Gregorio. I moved here about 2 days before the storm, not knowing what was coming, but I'm very glad to be here. It's really beautiful. Thank you.
Welcome.
Hi, my name's Nora, and I'm 6 years old, and this is my first day here. We're from North Carolina.
And I'm Jesse, we're from Asheville.
Welcome.
Good morning, my name is Larry, and I've been in Asheville since 2006, and from Florida to get away from what we just went through up here. But I'm glad to be here, and this is my second time coming to service.
Hi, I'm Laura Jemison. I was in transit in the car with everything packed within 6 inches from the roof, and Friday morning I decided to turn around, and so I've been here since last Sunday, and I was a UU in Princeton, and I'm really looking forward. You all approach the day with so much joy that it makes me happy, so welcome, thank you.
All right, welcome everyone. Take a moment to wave at Trevor here in the corner. Trevor's our connections coordinator and would love to meet you after the service, especially if you have any questions. Our announcements run as slides at the beginning of the service. If you missed them, you can refer to Thursday's weekly e-news, as everything is described there. If you don't receive the e-news, you can email us at information@uuasheville.org. And this morning we have a few special announcements, beginning with Eliza.
Good morning, UU Asheville. Good morning. It's so good to see all of you. I have some exciting news. Today, the UU Asheville teens are offering a community meal. We usually like to call it Soup Sunday, and because there's a lot of soup. And if you're able to give a donation to the teen trip in the summer, we'd love it. But if not, it is just free soup, no questions asked. And so please join us as our guest after the service for some soup.
also like to announce that caring circles are happening on Tuesday mornings at 10:30 a.m. here in the sanctuary with one of the ministers or the interns. So feel free to come and join us then. And since the auction has been postponed, the auction committee has decided to instead host an intergenerational gratitude gathering potluck dinner. Say that 3 times fast. And that will take place on November 16th from 5 to 8 p.m. in Sandberg Hall. Entertainment and drinks will be provided, and if you're able, they're asking to please bring a dish of your choice to share with others and to let them know if you need childcare. All ages are welcome.
And obviously you've already got that date blocked off because it was the auction date, so just come here instead.
Our community plate recipient this month is the Minister's Discretionary Fund, which is going to help those of us directly impacted by the storm. If you yourself need some financial help, please reach out to Reverend Audette at any time. She's administering the direct aid. You can donate this morning by check, but be sure to write community plate in the memo or your gift will go to the church. You may also donate online. The work and ministries of this congregation are entirely supported by the generosity of our members and friends. We celebrate your generosity each Sunday with music and thanks. You make us possible, and we give thanks for you. The offering will now be gratefully collected.
I'm going to give a tiny bit of context about the song you're going to hear in the theme of Betwixt and Between today. This is a song from the perspective of a woman who has lost her fairy lover, and she's looking for him at the fairy mound and in the woods and trying to find him. So this is Hami Skeeth. Hami Skeeth smilum hin, wine reinisch, wine reinisch. Hami Skeeth smilum hin, wine reinisch dünnen. Coolendo mein breiendo mein, coolendo mein jevoje, coolendo mein breiendo mein, hulelanam onar, Hami Skeeth smilum hin, buine reinisch, buine reinisch. Hami Skeeth smilum hin, buine reinisch dünnen. Strige ba mi hins moljamen, handel jamen jolet, geistet koshet vinen dora, shain sahulja loe. Hami Skeeth smilum hin, buine reinisch, buine reinisch. Hami Skeeth smilum hin, buine reinisch dünnen. Hami Skeeth smilum hin, buine reinisch, buine reinisch. Hami Skeeth smilum hin, buine reinisch dünnen.
For the gifts of your presence, time, wisdom, and resources, we are grateful.
All right, we're going to end with one more song that you can sing on. Just going to get my pitch here. So this is a song, one of mine, that is in praise of Southern Appalachia in the fall, and yeah, the glories of this land we live on, and a reminder to us of why we choose to live here through all of this. So I'm gonna teach you the chorus. Let me lay down in the valley. Let's try that. Let me lay down in the valley in the early days of autumn, in the early days of autumn. Let me lay down in the valley, let me lay down in the valley with its furrows and its farms, with its furrows and its farms. So there's a little more to go, but we're going to go over what we just learned. So listen, I'm going to put it into bigger pieces. Let me lay down in the valley in the early days of autumn. Together. Let me lay down in the valley in the early days of autumn. Beautiful, listen. Let me lay down in the valley with its furrows and its farms. Let me lay down in the valley with its furrows and its farms. Great. Then we have, if I whispered thanks 1,000 times. Let's try that. If I whispered thanks 1,000 times, I could not make you more holy. I could not make you more holy. A birth of so much beauty, woven with 10,000 charms. A birth of so much beauty, woven with 10,000 charms. Yeah, so we'll do that those last 4 lines together. If I whispered thanks, here we go. If I whispered thanks 1,000 times, I could not make you more holy. A birth of so much beauty, woven with 10,000 charms. Beautiful. Start with the verse. I want to be down in that valley, by that spring all framed in jewelweed, and the cottonwood proud masthead swaying gently overhead. Oh, the lilies and the asters and the goldenrod in glory. It's the holiest of places that I have ever tread. Together. Let me lay down in the valley in the early days of autumn. Let me lay down in the valley with its furrows and its farms. If I whispered thanks 1,000 times, I could not make you more holy. A birth of so much beauty, woven with 10,000 charms. Oh, I want to feel the textures of these neighbors and companions, to be curling in their petals, to be twining in their strands. I want to dive like some kingfisher through the dappled light around me, bathe in its warmth and sweetness, feel its coolness in my hands. Let me lay down in the valley in the early days of autumn. Let me lay down in the valley with its furrows and its farms. If I whispered thanks 1,000 times, I could not make you more holy. hum on this last one while I do the last verse. So like a beautiful. Keep it going. I have often heard it spoken that this world is just a foil for a greater glory elsewhere, for a glory yet unseen. I don't think I need that glory. I don't need its power to blind me when the beauty of the valley can bring me endless ease. Together. Let me lay down in the valley in the early days of autumn. Let me lay down in the valley with its furrows and its farms. If I whispered thanks 1,000 times, I could not make you more holy. A birth of so much beauty, woven with 10,000 charms. If I whispered thanks 1,000 times, I could not make you more holy. I can only ask the blessing to be nested in your arms.
What a blessing, huh? So we're coming now to the end of our service, and I just want to name that it has been a holy time, a sacred time together. After the service, I want to invite you to come and gaze upon the pictures that are here. Of course, you'll want to take yours home. And also make sure you make a little time for food together with our teens who have devoted so much time and energy with their families to providing lunch. Hopefully you can stay. And along with Trevor, greet all of our guests and newcomers. And how many new people should you speak to today in coffee hour? How many? Well, all of them if you can. That's a bold goal from Kim over here. But at least 3 new folks, right? Yeah, that's how we make ourselves welcome. In closing on this day of remembrance, I want to share these words written by the Reverend Mark Ward, reminding us of what all this is about. This is work that challenges us, that pulls us out of our comfort zone, that makes demands on our attention, our compassion, our resources. For all that, what we receive in return is a richness in our lives that it is hard to give words to, a deeper sense of meaning and purpose, an embodied hope that finds in a community of struggle and support the improbable yet transformative work of saving the world. Reverend Mark Ward. And so now let us sing together. We're going to sing our closing song and seal this time together.